Time for Neanderthal.
Oh shit. Neanderthal podcast. Instagram booty.
Listen to Neanderthal.
Podcast is always in my head. Oh shit. Holla at your boy, Neanderthal podcast. We got Phil Craven, PC. What up, Big G?
What's up, dude? How's it going?
It's going good. You are what? So you're what? A music engineer, music producer. What is your?
Yeah, musician, producer, actor, fucking
actor.
Whatever. Yeah, like all kinds. Yeah,
What kind?
artist of many types. So yeah,
All around artist.
yeah, been doing art my whole life. I remember I got out of high school and my parents were like, "What do you want to go to college for?" I'm the youngest of 4 kids. And I said, I don't really want to go to college. I think I want to do music. And they were like, fantastic. Let's do that.
Really?
Yeah.
They were super supportive?
Yeah. I'll never forget
dope.
my dad told me, all right, if that's what you want to do it.
Wow.
Don't not do it. You know?
That's
And I was
awesome,
like,
man.
Okay, you're right. So they were very supportive. And so I didn't go to college. I just pursued playing music and that's it.
Saved a lot of money in college.
They saved some money, yes.
They did. What did So what are your siblings? What have they end up doing?
Oh, man, okay. My next oldest sister, older than me, she's a year and a half older. She's a doctor.
Oh my gosh.
Her husband's a doctor, so they are the
Wow.
two doctors.
Balling
And she's
out of
also-
control. Where do
yeah,
they live?
she's also, well, they live in Detroit now, but they're about to move to San Francisco. She does weightlifting. Like, she's one of those weightlifting chicks that puts on, like, tiny bikinis and is all muscular and shit.
Okay, I know a
So,
chick like that.
Yep.
That's an interesting...
She does that, too, which is crazy, because that is not the sister I grew up like.
It's an interesting hobby.
She changed drastically after. Yep. And then, my next older sister is a teacher and lives in Tennessee, and my next oldest sister, does... she does kind of what I do, sort of construction-ish, restoration and things, So, yeah, we're a fast, crazy group of us. I'm the youngest and only boy. So.
That's kind of
fun.
cool, man. What an interesting family. What was that like growing up?
Leave it to Beaver, pretty much. Like,
Really?
my parents are still together, and everything was great. And
Where'd you grow up at?
Platte City, Missouri. I was born in Texas, but I
Okay.
moved up when I was 6 years old, or I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, to Kansas City, Platte City, where my parents still live, which I'm going to inherit that house. So
Yeah.
I'll be probably living back in the house that I grew up in from 5 years old.
That's interesting.
But it's a great house. So
I mean, anything you can inherit like that,
yeah.
sign a brother up.
And with 4 kids, I mean,
Yeah.
pretty lucky that that's what I got my name put on.
Yeah.
They were talking about what they put their names on. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to argue that one. Let's go with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the people that just heard that intro was made by you and Katrinka, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
And I guess me somehow.
Yeah. We secretly recorded your voice and kept some clips, all the most juicy parts, and used it against you. And yeah.
It's hilarious. I love it. I hope people.
Cool. I'm glad you like it, man. I was a little nervous, finishing it out, but that's why I made 2 versions. I was like, all right, this is the one I really like that makes me laugh, but I'm going to also do this one in case everyone hates it.
It's hilarious. I can't wait to get some feedback on it and see what people like
Nice.
about it.
Me too.
That's going to make people laugh.
Well, we can tweak it however we need. So
Yeah.
happy to be a part of the show.
Yeah. So how long have you been so you got a band, Whiskey for the Lady.
Yes.
How long have you always been in different bands or?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to take a stretch and go through it, we'll go through a brief, long history.
Is your passion playing music?
Always, yeah. I started playing. I was born with something in my hand. Like, I have pictures of me literally at 3 years old with a guitar in my hand.
Wow.
And so it's always been something in me. I really started playing guitar at 13.
So nothing inspired you? It was just always in you just to do music?
Yeah. I just always loved music, and we always had the little Casio keyboards at our house, and I was always banging away trying to get sounds out of it. And no, it just always felt like that was me. I never had anything inside me that didn't say, yes, this is music. It's weird. When everyone else was, I want to be this, I want to be I never had an idea. I was like, man, I just want to play.
Just want to play music.
That's it. And I want to create, I want to play music, be a part of music, So I did a lot of acting in high school. But yeah, I started playing guitar about 13 or 14. I wanted to play drums. My parents were like, no, we're not getting you a drum set. We'll get you a guitar. All right. So.
Okay.
And my buddy Shad, who played guitar as well, he owned a guitar. I didn't have one. So we spent the good part of probably a year trading back and forth. He would let me borrow the guitar for a week, and he would have it.
Really?
And then on the weekends, we would trade it, and then we would show each other what we'd learned.
Really?
So it was a really cool way to sort of learn guitar.
And was this? I guess this was also before YouTube and all that
Oh,
shit. Like,
yeah,
how were
yeah,
you?
man.
Like, how would you learn? Did you guys have teachers? Or?
Guitar World magazine. You know, we
Okay.
go to wherever your local, wherever gas station, or if you could find it, or you go to all the way to Barnes and Noble and pick you up a Guitar World, and
That's
it
how
had
you
your
learn.
favorite songs in there that were on the radio at the time. You know, like, oh man, Plush, I'm gonna learn that. Hell yeah!
By reading music.
It's called tablature and guitar speak.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but yeah, basically you just learn to read tab and
Right,
you start picking up
that's
things,
right.
and you trade between your buddy, and man, it was great learning.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, that you know, that's always I wanted. It's funny because before that I wanted to write books. I wanted to be Stephen King. You know, I was like
Super
novelist.
artist. All
Yeah,
kind
like,
like
creative writing was my shit.
really.
That's what I wanted to do.
What kind of shit?
Man, I like the suspenseful and the odd and the psychological. Even at second grade, I loved the psychological. Like,
What were you reading that was psychological in the second grade?
dude, I don't know. Like
How old are
Stephen
you in the
King
second
and stuff. Like
What's the second
man, I
grade?
don't
5,
know.
6,
Six, seven, eight. Yeah. Well, I remember my third grade
Was it like Hardy Boys
teacher.
and shit?
Okay, I was in third grade. My second grade teacher pulled me out of class to bring me into the second grade class and give a quick lesson on creative writing.
Oh, really?
Because I used to hand in creative writings like, we only did what? You do what? 2 creative writings a year, you know, or something? As a second grader? It's not a big part of the curriculum.
Dude, I don't even remember
Right.
high school.
I turned in creative writings like once a month, all the time. And the teacher was always like, this is great, but this is not what we're doing. And I was like, I don't care. I've turned him. So I'll never forget. Third grade, she pulls me out of class and takes me into the second and puts me in front of the class and says, I need you to tell these kids how to creative write.
Really?
I remember giving a short lesson on like how to creative write as a third grader to second grader.
Huh.
So
Why couldn't she do it?
She just wasn't getting through to him, and she knew I was
'Cause she's
badass
not
or
a
something.
kid?
Right? She was just like, I had this student last year that was so badass. Let me go next door. I know where he's at. He's right next door, conveniently. Let me go get him. He's gonna talk to y'all and tell you how to do this shit right.
Man.
I don't know what her thinking was, but I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Her thinking was she was correct if it worked.
I
was
hope
it
it worked.
successful?
I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
should have asked her what were the grades after. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, who cares at that age?
Yeah, I was just happy to. Well, that's probably one of my first experiences of talking in front of a crowd, you know?
Yeah.
And I probably got hooked at that point because, you know, I started doing plays and acting. And
Yeah.
I mean, I was in my first high school play when I was 10. Like playing a kid in a high school play.
Interesting.
Right. So it's like, it's always been, I've always, even from a very young age, it's been just been a part of me, man. I don't know. So it's great to be still doing it.
I was a class clown ever since a kid.
Absolutely.
Just always like didn't really care about grades, like, because school's always easy. Like, school's easy. Any asshole can go and show up and get C's.
Right? I think that was my same attitude.
I was like, why am I going to, like, this shit
I'm
is,
not going to fail? All right, then I'm good.
it's so boring. I don't care. Like, I'm not learning anything. You people don't know how to teach. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do your homework.
Dude.
I know what I know. I just want to play soccer.
Right.
I just want to chase women.
Yeah.
I just want to do me. And all I got to do is get through high school. Okay.
Right. And
That's all I did.
And that was it. See, me too. As soon as they were
Yeah.
like, you don't have to come back anymore. And I was like, wait, I don't have to come back? Like,
Yeah.
You should go to college. Wait, but I don't have to?
Yeah.
Cool.
You don't.
No.
Okay.
And I wish they would have talked more about that. Like, the problem now is
They
that
can't. That's the system.
I know. And that's the problem, man. Is I don't know how political we can get, but
As political as you want.
All right,
I
because
usually
here's
say
the
this,
deal.
this show isn't political, but I'm not afraid to talk
we may
politics.
wane into darker waters. There,
Oh, I forgot to wear my shirt. I have a good shirt. I'll wear that next podcast.
the fact that we are short on trade help nowadays, good trained trade help, and I'm talking, plumbers,
We're not short on that.
framers. Yeah.
How are we? Why are we?
There is a shortage.
Explain the shortage.
There's just not enough young talent. Like
Young. Okay,
Well,
so
yeah,
you're
because everyone that's good at it is starting to get aged now,
I gotcha.
and there's
I'm
not
saying-
enough fresh talent coming up now. If you want to get into the
what I mean was saying if I have a pipe burst right now, I can call a plumber. He'll be here in 20 minutes.
how old is he when he gets here?
That I didn't understand what you were first saying.
There is a shortage of incoming blood into the trade field.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And the reason is that we were all taught growing up in high school, college. Everything is college. Yes, we had a trade school option, but nobody ever talked about it.
How old are you?
30. I'll be 40 next year.
Okay, I just want for the audience, for the listeners and stuff to know when you say when we were growing up.
I graduated in 97.
Okay, I graduated in 98.
So yeah, see, when we were growing up.
Well, yeah, I just meant for the audience that are
That's a good
listening,
call.
I want them to know what time period we're referencing here.
Absolutely. Because I know I sound like I'm 73. But no, man, that's the problem is we there's not enough trades and everyone was focused on college. And so that's the one thing I wish, instead of going to college, I wish I would have sort of been pushed into a trade. Now, I guess my trade is music.
No.
And that's what I tell people. My trade is music.
Fuck trades. I learned a trade.
Yeah.
And I am so glad to be done with that. It fucked my back up.
Oh, dude. Well,
I'm in
that same boat.
It's a young man's game.
Yes, and that's the problem. Ain't enough youngins to take
over.
over.
At least for what I was I laid carpet.
Oh shit!
For a really long time.
Fuck that.
Really long time, and
I won't do carpet and I won't do roofs.
Yeah, I've done one roof. I couldn't do more than that. No way. That's one of the worst.
Yeah.
Carpet was it was fun, but like I did it when I was young.
Yeah, when
and I learned a trade. I can lay carpet anywhere now. I learned the trade. Big deal though.
Right. I mean, I guess in that aspect it's good at the time, but
you're saying you wish you learned a trade. I mean,
just because music is great, but music is not what's paying the bills right now. Unfortunately, we all wish it would, but the music industry is not what it was. Even
since Napster.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, if you want to sort of, now my opinions on that go a little bit another way. We can definitely talk about that if you want.
I was a Napster loving.
Oh, I'd love it too. No, and I believe that digital music should be free.
Actually, I was more of a LimeWire guy. If I want to get technical.
Of course, LimeWire was way better. Napster was like great at the beginning, and then it was like, ooh, Metallica, and then it was just some chick with her shirt off, and you're like, oh, that's not Metallica at all. This thing sucks. But yeah, LimeWire's a lot better.
Yeah.
No, I believe digital audio should be free, and the best thing about that is it makes bands be better with album artwork and production. You get better. Shit, when you buy the album, you get cool stuff to look at,
right?
Which we all love. And then shows. Like, you come to a show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our music's free. Go get whatever you want. We're going to make our money by coming to see you and kicking ass.
Right.
Too many bands got hella lazy on just going in, making an album that sounds great because you paid thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to make an album sound great, and then you just kick back and ride that shit all the way to you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I personally think the download revolution was a good thing. And I think it still is.
I think it's great. I mean, that's how those people that kind of, if you want to say, I don't like the word stealing your shit. It's ones and zeros that you're transferring.
Absolutely. Digital copies don't cost anything to make, so they shouldn't cost anything to get.
But then
now, if that causes someone to not buy your CD and they just own the digital copy, sure. Next time they see your name in the weekly, you're coming to town, they go, oh, maybe I'm going to go to that because I really enjoy it.
That's the thing. I see both sides of it. It's really like if I were an artist, I'd be a little bummed, but I'd be like, well, if you weren't going to buy my shit anyways, at least you were listening to it, and then maybe you would see me.
Absolutely.
I think that's cool, but
yep. And if you didn't like me enough to like buy my shit and you only downloaded one song, then you didn't like me enough to come to my show anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like, and nowadays people don't buy albums; they buy one song at a time for $1. So it's like, sorry, I didn't get your 7 cents. I don't know if you know that, but it used to be. I don't even know what it is now. The average used to be an artist got 7 cents per song. Was the average like on a CD sales?
I was talking to last week. I had a comic on, Brandon Patrick, and he has an album on iTunes. I think it's $10 to buy.
Sure.
And I asked him, how much do you get out of that? And he said $6.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a reference. That's not bad, right?
Yeah.
Would you be happy if you had a...
Well, my band has a few. We've got a couple albums on CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes. If you type in our name, we come up on all of those.
And how much
Spotify.
Is an album?
On
iTunes.
I think it's I want to say it's $1 a song, so it's like $12 or $13.
There's no discount for the album?
I don't know. See, I'm not on iTunes, so I really don't know.
You don't know how much. How do you get paid?
Barely.
No, but how? Like, do they send you a check or?
It all filters through CD Baby somehow. They're like the daddy company.
What's CD Baby?
CD Baby is a website that you can go and you can actually order physical hard copies of CDs, which is awesome.
Right.
Including ours. Bless me. But everything sort of filters through CD Baby. So even like Spotify and shit, like your plays on there, like you get like a certain 100th of a cent per play on Spotify. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, you'll get more as you kind of get more followers and you graduate into the blah, blah, blah. But the way that getting paid online for music works is, at least at this level.
What's your level? Independent? Was that what you would call that?
Yes, baby and independent. I mean, we're nobody to be spoken of much, but we get some decent local gigs and a few road gigs.
Okay.
And, you know, we've got our best video on YouTube maybe has like 3,000 or 4,000 hits.
Hey, that's pretty sweet.
And we've got probably maybe a couple thousand Facebook like friends or likes or whatever they're called. Or
You're
whatever.
killing me in that game. Good for you.
We're medium road.
Yeah.
We've been around since 2012, so we've got some time in the game.
That's fun.
Yeah, and so we're middle level local.
Nice.
But yeah, getting paid from online plays and sales is not much. We'll get like a $50 check a year.
How do you promote yourself? Like, do you ever throw your
online
anywhere,
or in general?
Just in general, like how are people like locally, like if you were to like
this band actually, it's kind of funny. We sort of don't. We just are.
Okay.
And that's only weird because of our backstory, because sort of where we all came from. That's sort of put us in the position of when this project was formed, it was kind of like an all-star thing.
Okay.
Based on, because we'd all been in other bands except for Mallory, our fiddle player. She had a different history. But other than that, our original founding members, we'd all been in other bands. And so this was sort of just like a getting together of things that kind of took off. And so all of the local like bookers and festivals and things had already been booking all of our bands in different genres. And so when they kind of saw our name, it just sort of was a natural thing of, oh, this is who you are. Yeah.
Kind of word of mouth type
We've
stuff.
barely ever sought out and booked a gig. I'd say 80% of our gigs, we get contacted and then we go play.
Okay.
So we don't really do a lot of self-promoting and advertising other than just, we just had a video that came out on YouTube, so we put that out.
Cool.
But I mean, we don't do a lot of pushing our product.
Okay.
Which we should, I'm sure. But we're all... half of us are older.
It's just fun to do, right?
Yeah, well, that's why we've got the young blood. Our bass player, he's 24, and he's all over Facebook, and he's the one out there promoting us. So, in your question to me, how do you guys promote? Is I have a young person in the band.
Ha! A millennial, right?
Yeah, at least. You might even be younger. No.
What's the next one?
Shit.
What's after millennial now?
Oh fuck, I don't remember. Is
no.
the X the very now? There's one in between.
No, I'm a Generation X. Yeah, I'm Generation X.
I think you and I are right on.
You know what?
X,
I think it's
X
Z.
We're cuspers. Maybe there is a Z. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's sort of like horoscopes. It's also vague.
Generation Z. Yeah. That's
not the Pepsi generation. That's all I know.
The Z generation I had heard is actually they're actually an extremely conservative generation now. After they're the ones right after the millennials.
Because they're scared to leave the house, or
who? Generation Z?
Yeah.
No, they're more conservative in like political standing.
Oh, okay, all right.
And like the millennials were more, sissified, liberal.
Always crying about adulting.
Right. That's the stereotype of them. And then this Generation Z doesn't want anything to do with them. They're like, we are distancing ourselves so far away from these people. We're going to be conservative.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be called a millennial. I think I would take that as an insult.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be in that.
I'm almost to the age where I get insulted when I get asked for ID. I used to think it was cute, and now I'm like insulted. Now I'm like, really, you're going to fucking ask for my ID?
Oh, I don't even care.
If I had this beer at 20 years old.
I just think it's
serious.
You know what it is? A lot of it I've noticed is they do it because the computer just makes them scan.
Right.
And it's just that. It's not like
thing.
I actually.
Or they're like, the camera's watching.
They don't think you're actually under 21. It's just like the computer says I have to scan your stupid
It's like,
barcode.
really, we're going to both go through this when you can clearly see my crow's feet and long-ass beard? I haven't been 21 for at least almost 21 years. Then, okay, we're good.
Well, like I said, I think it's just the technology age that we're in. They just have to scan something.
Sad but true, yeah.
You brought your guitar over there.
I did bring. Oh, and it is mine too, actually. Yeah, that's true.
Actually, should I hold off on the guitar real quick
We should.
with this
I don't even have a song ready.
this box over here?
There should be box first.
I have other people in the room. Everybody, like I said, I got
Live studio audience.
Brendan. Brendan, what do you want me to call you?
B-Money.
What do you want to call me?
I mean, I'll call you whatever you prefer. I like calling you Brendan, but if you want me to call you Caesar, if you want me to call you Young Brendan, like I'll call you whatever you want, man. Like
Yizzy
it ain't
B.
about me. It's about you.
What'd you say?
Yizzy B.
Easy B.
Just don't call me late for dinner. That's all I say.
Hey.
Call this one Jack in the Box.
Under the table. I mean, you call me Czar.
Czar. All right, we got Czar is gonna be my AKA Young Jamie for Joe Rogan fans, but Czar is gonna be running cameras. He's gonna be basically my producer, engineer, all that stuff behind the scenes, sidekick. When I need pull shit pulled up on the internet, he's gonna do that. He's gonna be my man. He's my main man. I appreciate him very much. Like we're gonna have a journey, dude.
No problem.
Right? Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I think we can do this shit.
Huh?
I think we can do this.
Easily.
Fuck yeah.
Hell
Yeah. All right. So,
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with this cold. I'm not gonna use any headphones. You tell me if I'm too loud. I have a present for you.
get a little bit. We got Katrinka in here stopping by.
Hey.
There we go.
Hey.
I love her voice.
Time for Neanderthal.
Damn. Real life, she does that.
Well, that's how I recorded it.
Can I tell you how honored?
Look how
No,
dope
hold
this
on.
is.
Can I tell you honestly how honored I am that you did my song?
You asked so nicely, and it was my pleasure. Thank you for requesting that.
Yeah.
Honestly, when we were sitting all in the studio doing discussion just about the growth of the podcast,
Get more up on that.
when we were sitting around here.
Yeah, have a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
Yeah. Pardon me.
We're gonna switch guests here. This is
Okay.
this is an interesting episode. I'm digging this. Cord on your left ear, as you know. Yeah. Look at you.
What it do? All
What
right.
a do-go. She's back. Katrinka is back.
So we've been talking about merch. Oh, I was going to say when we were all sitting in the room, I was inspired when we were going through the different beats that you liked, and I already heard that in my head. So I felt lucky that you asked me to put the vocal on that,
Yeah.
actually, because nobody else was going to do
People
what I heard
don't
in my
know.
head but me.
Yeah, we all got together. Katrinka was kind enough to invite me into this group of very talented people, and for some reason she invited me into this group. I'm unworthy. I realize that. It's amazing and humbling to be in part of your group. And she had me over to
We're
her.
a fan.
Yeah. Okay. I came over to their studio to kind of talk about podcast stuff, and they just wanted to make a new song for me, and I'm absolutely thrilled. And now she's bringing me something here.
Presents.
This beautiful box that's wrapped in
Okay.
cellophane.
And that's why I told you you're not allowed to open your own present, because it's so pretty that I really want to go piece by piece and have you show, because this is so cool. So,
Yeah.
hold up.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Can you get that? What's that look like? Give me
Nah,
this.
that ain't gonna
No.
work.
No, but this sucks. Except we'll be able to get the cutout. Okay, because this is so cool. Okay, you open it. But describe it as you do it, because I suppose most of our listeners can only hear you anyhow.
You're the creative one. I can't describe what I'm looking at.
So
Okay,
this is
first-
Custom Creations. This is a awesome company that is going to help with it. I mean, if you need merchandise for your business or for your band, this is what you want. You want to contact Custom Creations.
Custom spelled with a K.
So this is a custom promo box.
Now, first of all, I know how stupid this sounds, and I'm not being stupid. I'm not being silly, but this, just this label that says Custom Creations is pretty freaking dope.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, can
that's
you
like,
see the?
I mean, that shows how much you really care.
Look what Brendan has.
Oh, here we go. Check this thing out.
Good job, Czar. Yeah, it's a great shot. It's so cool. The skyline, it's
I
so
mean, that's
tiny,
just-
but
yeah.
it's the skyline. It's perfect.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna hang on there very well. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
think.
you're just gonna have to hold it, boss.
Go to the other camera.
Yeah, we'll tell you if we need to do another
So I'm
close up.
taking
So
the
there's a little
string off.
card on
Oh,
it.
wait,
I'm
there's
not
a
sure
card
what
on
it says.
here.
Yeah, you should probably read that.
All right, it says thank you. Why does it say thank you?
I don't know. You should.
I
read
hope
it.
you enjoy this goodie box, Brittany. Okay, now exactly. I don't know exactly. I haven't met Brittany.
You have not met
Can you tell me who
Brittany.
Brittany is?
Brittany is the head honcho at Custom Creations. She is the owner and founder. It's a husband and wife team, and she designed this for you. But okay, so here's how this started. Ryan said, "Can I get some stickers?" Luce has got stickers. Everybody's got some stickers. He wants to be able to tag, and which is awesome. Or give them out and give. I don't know what you're gonna do with the stickers, but I contacted her. I said Neandertalk, and I sent her the logo. I uploaded it to her, and then based on that alone, I have not seen what's in this box either. But this is what you got in response to a request for some prototype
Really?
stickers. Right, because I know your intention was, well, if I can see what I'm buying, maybe, and give me prices. So we were just going to get you a prototype of a sticker. But that is not how Brittany does business. Brittany does business like business should be done. So let's check this out.
Yeah, all I was asking was where does he get those stickers?
Right.
And then Brittany, I've never met you. Thank you so much for whatever I'm about to open. Like, this is incredibly thoughtful. Like, I don't deserve this kind of.
Don't be too humble.
I'm
It
not.
might be a dead cat. You don't know.
I'll take a dead cat. We'll fry this thing up. I mean, this box alone. Can I give her back this box? This is too nice
it's
to keep.
a gift for you.
This is too nice to keep.
It goes in the gift area. Look, it needs to stay there so that people know.
I mean, it's
so
just
they
so
remember her.
sweet. Okay. Oh my god.
I've never seen that reaction. That was so genuine. It's got to be Christmas morning. Holy shit.
No way.
I can't see what's in the box. But based on your reaction, he's blushing, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Wessa is blushing all over.
I'm crying.
Oh.
Wow. This is embarrassing. I don't know.
Don't be embarrassed. It's the shit.
Wow.
I want to see.
This is sick, man. This is sick.
Oh, that is so awesome. Did you see her sticker on the back? Look at that.
That's sick, man. When I first started this podcast, I wanted to get a mug made with my logo on it, and so I went to different internet companies to do that. And my logo, I couldn't get it to fit on there, the whole thing, to make it look good. And this is,
I
yeah,
bet
I
if
got.
I had
There's
to guess
more in
that
here.
Brittany maybe, if you've ever said that in a podcast, I bet Brittany listened to that podcast. She would have
I don't know.
really
that I have.
investigated.
I really literally am, in tears. There's a flask
Dope!
How much for that?
with my logo on it.
I'll get you
my
$20
God.
right now.
I mean,
If you're listening, you've got to. We need to find a place to post pictures or something of it. Anywhere you look up Neanderthal, we'll make sure that these get to where you can see them later. If you're just listening,
it's just. I think this might be a refrigerator magnet with the logo on it.
Is.
Dang, man.
Oh my goodness!
And,
these are awesome.
Okay, and then I think these are stickers.
Yep.
Straight up stickers.
There you go.
With just
That's
logo.
the thing you asked for.
Yeah, I was just asked for stickers. Was all I asked. This is. And then
Full sizes even? Dang.
I don't know what this a coaster.
Phil's jealous of the stickers. I think you could sell him some stickers.
I think this is a coaster. I'm assuming this is a coaster.
They are.
Oh, coasters.
Oh, it's one coaster, but it's brilliant.
That's
That is a
beautiful.
custom handmade coaster.
A coaster with unbelievable. Wow.
Do you like it?
It's like Yeah, man. That's I really appreciate that's cool.
That's awesome.
I'm trying not to cry again.
Oh, dude.
If anybody wants any of those,
Yeah, if anybody else is interested in
Wow.
any of this stuff, you know what? We're going to make sure that there's a way to get your favorite podcast logo on some merchandise for everybody who supports and listens to the show. We don't know the answers to all those questions yet, but I think that this is a good show of what we are capable.
Wow. That's Brittany, Katrinka, whoever else had anything to do with this. This is
The Boognish.
I don't know, man.
I think the God in control of this was the Boognish.
Yeah, well.
All right, I'm going to get off here. Thank you for letting me steal your podcast spot, and I'm going to give this back to PC.
Thank you. Wow. All right, PC's back in a minute. He's putting on the headphones.
Big thing. Dude, that is awesome.
That's
I want that flask.
one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me.
I'm putting my name in first for that. If there's a raffle or something.
I think you just have to go to customcreations.com and order
I might
one.
have to order me one. Let's open to walk out of here with that one.
What's it say?
What does what say?
The magnet says something.
Oh, dope. Yeah, the magnet has my logo on it, but it also says where no topic is off limits, which is one of the things that one of my mottos or whatever.
I think you might have said that tonight already, or some form of it.
Probably, yeah. I put that under my you said that to Brandon. The introduction. Yeah, it's in my introduction when you read what my podcast kind of description. This is long form conversation where it's very guest driven, where no topic is off limits. And she got that. Dang,
that's awesome.
Dude, this is just a shot of me smoking.
How did she? That's insane. Like, I want to give this lady a hug or a fist bump or something.
That box is dope too, man.
And the box. All right. Anyways, back to our conversation. You were about to bust that
Christmas
guitar
in
out.
November.
Have you ever listened to Joe Rogan's podcast? Are you a podcast fan?
A few. Actually, I have another buddy that does one. Yes, and
what do you like to listen
I'm
to?
an old fan of Joe Rogan, like from way back of his stand up and stuff.
Oh, nice.
But comedians, man, like my comedy's like mostly my.
Yeah.
If I'm listening to something that's not music, it's comedy.
Who's your buddy that has one?
His name's Alex.
What's his podcast called? Let's pimp that thing out. Shout out to Alex.
Man. I'm sorry.
I
know.
Alex, I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I made him intro music too, and I've done a couple other things for him, but I don't remember the name of his podcast. But he's very he's kind of like, it's a sideline thing for him. It's not and it was a group of dudes, but I'm not even actually sure if they're still doing it anymore.
All right. Well, I was bringing that up because
but that's good.
Rogan has you can move that mic a little bit to get out of the way for you. Rogan has a buddy, Everlast. You guys all know who Everlast
Whitey
is.
Ford?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He comes on there whenever he comes on Rogan's show. He always brings his guitar and play. Mm-hmm. So I've also said that
now I want to play.
I've also said that my podcast is I'm like a poor man's Joe Rogan. So you can be my poor man's Whitey Ford.
That's the name of my next album, actually.
Is that an insult? Because I don't mean it to be.
It's not.
That's just a comparison.
Because I love that guy, so we're good. We're good.
All right.
I don't even know what fucking song to play. It's the problem.
Play
poor man's all day. Is that even in tune?
Play a Whitey Ford song.
I wish I could. That's what I was just saying. I wish I could play.
Begging for your change.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure maybe I could look it up.
Headlock for the mange.
Let me at least tune, though.
No, it's
quick.
like
Jesus. Somebody think of
feel.
something good to play.
You know what you should play? Tequila. Your Klein Tequila song. That's what you should play.
Oh, Jesus. Jack versus Jose?
Yes.
All right.
Is it going to take you a second? Because I could use the restroom.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you have that exact amount of this stupid. Well, you tune your guitar and you get ads. This is welcome to 2018, you guys. 29 fucking team. Get out of here. Ad. Dude.
So,
I'm freaking for real.
On
Cancel.
Czar's ASMR.
Oh my god.
We're gonna enjoy the soothing downs of my voice. Is everybody ready? This is what I call white noise.
No, do not do that.
Is that soothing?
You
We would much rather have soothing ocean noises, okay?
I can do that. Gotta add a little more.
No, we don't need any of those things.
You gotta add a little more fun to it.
Is that in tune? I can't tell through the mic. We just lost 75% of our listener base right there.
Oh, good. No, I'm kidding.
Thanks to our co-host Brendan in the pinch.
I think we lost more because your beard resembles Duck Dynasty.
People still like that show, though. You got me there. You got me there. I don't know.
Where Omaha? Yeah, the camera's on you, dude.
Oh yeah.
I suppose it's in tune enough to work for a country song.
Are we ready to rock and roll?
Okay.
Oh baby.
This song is by request. I did not write it. It's by Roger Klein. I will do my best. I might.
What are we
need-
listening to? What do we got here?
Okay, this is a song about my favorite spirit,
Down here.
tequila.
Tequila.
So much better. Okay, even though I'm in a band called Whiskey for the Lady, that's Whiskey for the Lady. I'm the dude. Therefore, tequila.
Tequila for the dude.
Yes, Whiskey for the Lady. Okay.
Tequila for hermano.
So this is a song about why tequila is better than whiskey. Or at least the fight between the two. Called Jack versus Jose. Choose your sides, get your bets in right now, because we are wrapping it. If I can remember this tune, let's see. Phew. I stepped off the bus in Memphis. I stumbled into the first saloon I could find. I bellied up to the rail and I summoned my barkeep. I ordered up tequila, some salt and a lime. And she said, "Sonny, you ain't from around here, is you?" And I said politely, "No, no, ma'am, I ain't." And she said, "Sonny, I think you better just find yourself another bitch around. We don't use that junk around here for nothing. Well, maybe thinning our pain." She said, "Son, why don't you just take a look around and tell me what you see?" Well, I saw a lot of white felt Stetson hats and gator skin boots, you know, and every southern man who had a lady on his arm was drinking whiskey. So I said, "I do not wish to be over here. I'm not a tramp or a bum. It's just that dusty Mexican borderlands where I just come from. So with all due respect and deference, tequila is my preference." And she said, "Relax, honey. You know I would never treat you wrong." And then she poured me up 3 fingers of that old number 7. She said, "Rest assured, darling, I'm drinking it down here in Dixie. That's 'cause that's what they're pouring up in heaven." And I said, "Ma'am, your hospitality is well-intentioned. Yes, I know that. You mean to treat me well. It's just that where I come from, born and raised in Arizona, don't you know, me and my friends, I'd be more like it if I were drinking what they serve down in hell." And she said, "So why don't you just take a look around and tell me what you see?" I saw a lot of grinning teeth and I saw a lot of clenching fists out there, you know, and every southern man who once was over there sitting at the bar was looking kinda angry. So I said, "I do not wish to be older here. I'm not a tramp or a bum. It's just that dusty Mexican borderlands where I just come from. So with all due respect and deference, tequila is my preference."
Yeah.
And she said, hey, look, you little polecat,
yeah.
you better knock that whiskey back before some southern folks get angry. We'll come and skin you to the bone. And I ain't exactly sure how that old saying goes, boy, but I do know it underscores the fact that you best be drinking what us Romans drink when you drink it down here in Rome. And I said, ma'am, I can see you just do not understand it. I've been trying to get a proper drink out of your bar now the whole damn night. So kindly set me up that tequila, honey. I will put it in my blood, and I will take you and your whiskey-sipping southern boys up on that there fight. And she said, son, I think you better just take yourself a look around and tell me what you see. Well, I seen a lot of grinding teeth, I saw a lot of clenching fists out there. You know, every southern man who's up there sitting at the bar was up and coming after me. So I said, I do not wish to be older here, not a tramp or a bum. It's just that dusty Mexican borderlands is where I was raised and where I just came from. So with all due respect and deference, honey, with all due respect and deference, honey, with all due respect and deference. Gentlemen, kindly do not throw me out ass backwards for hankering of some of a less civilized spirit. I will mosey on along and find my tequila on my way.
And he takes a shot of whiskey. I mean, tequila. Holy shit.
Back west. Adios, Rodando, and it calls Rodando and Cody. Bar the door and pass the gunpowder, baby. Praise the Lord, and you will. What's that high note? There it is. Sorry, my high E was broken. Now I got it. We will not be fear or hate, but we will do not those conquerors when they come to us at our gate, and we will do nothing but raise the glass and say salute. Had a wardrobe malfunction in the middle.
Wow.
It's my high E.
Wow.
That's a song about.
Did you write that?
No.
No?
I wish I did.
Really?
It's one of those that you feel like you should have, but no, I didn't.
I've never heard of it. Who wrote it?
My good old buddy Roger Klein.
Man,
You might know him for this song.
that was sick. That was a great little tune, man.
Yeah.
What is that? What?
King of the Hill.
Yep.
Same guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
I knew it. I just couldn't remember what it was from. I have a guy at work that
guitars.
is Boomhauer.
Nice. I love Boomhauer.
He is him to the T. I mean, looks like him, talks exactly like him. It's great, dude. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I used to
love it.
live next to what my buddy calls Slow Boomhauer.
Wow, man.
I've had this thing for, 20 plus years. So, yeah.
Is that your favorite thing to do is play guitar? Or do you like to sing?
Well,
or-
nowadays I play mandolin, actually, in this current group. So I
Yeah?
actually haven't played a lot of guitar other than off and on. I started playing mandolin about 6 years ago, and it's been my main
Wait, what's the
instrument.
mandolin? Is that the mini guitar?
Yes, sort of like a guitar. It's a lot shorter and a lot smaller.
Like a... Is it like how close is it to a banjo?
Not very.
Not very.
No.
It's like a guitar.
Closer to a guitar just because...
Mandolin. That
yeah.
Okay. Compared
Closest
to a
to a
ukulele.
violin.
Ukulele? Bigger?
Closer to a violin.
Brian, look at the computer.
Oh shit! You know, I forget. This is gonna take me a
Yeah.
while to get used to.
Mandolin.
They got a badass czar over here that's gonna be able to pull shit up for us on the internet. Put it up on the.
Mandolin has 8 strings.
Make sure the audience can see too.
But it's sort of... it's like a 12-string guitar, whereas each string is doubled. So it technically has 8 strings, but it's only 4 tones. So...
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not want to get on eBay.
Wait.
Okay, that's cool. I like that's
Brandon.
pretty.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so it's
an
just
A
miniature-
style. Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Can
Let's
I
see,
see it on
eighth-
somebody so I can get a reference to the size, like with somebody playing it?
Square mosh, whiskey for the lady.
It's that guy down there. If you scroll down a little bit with the guy on the microphone. No, that's
Sorry if I'm
acoustic.
tuning into the mic. It's not my fault. I would mute if I could.
So, but okay, I get it. So it's a miniature. Okay. Why? So what kind of music is Whiskey for the Lady? Is that what you just played?
No, we're more sort of bluegrass-ish.
Okay.
What you would call modern bluegrass, but also with a twist.
Okay.
So,
I like a twist.
yeah, we're all actually from like rock and metal backgrounds.
Right. I'm not surprised with that beard that you got rocking here.
Right,
That's
which
a metal
is a
beard.
nice, mix between the metal and bluegrass crowds, actually. The beard does transcend genres.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
So how long have you been kind of doing gigs with this band?
This band, we started in...
2012, you said?
Yeah.
So 6
Our
years?
actual inception was Thanksgiving night 2011, where
So almost
my
7
old
years
bass
now.
player had been hounding me. My old bass player and me were in a band with the drummer, just a 3-piece rock, groove, jam, type of, standard rock, groove, jam, 3-piece power band. And he'd been wanting to go into some bluegrass for a long time, which I love bluegrass. I grew up on. We have a lot of friends that play bluegrass at the time. Well, not a lot, but a few. And so I was all about it, but I'm like, dude, I can't play bluegrass. It's so outside my style.
Yeah.
I love listening to it. It's like football. Like, I love it, but don't put me on the field.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, dude, here's the deal. If I'm going to be playing bluegrass, I'm not going to be playing guitar. I need to figure out a different instrument. Some other way to express myself so that I can transcend into that mindset.
Okay.
And
immerse yourself a little bit in a different way.
And we had a buddy who had a 4-string banjo, and he was playing a little bit, and he was like, man, I got a buddy who plays guitar, and his sister plays violin. He was like, dude, I was just down at this music shop over on North Oak the other day, and they got mandolins for a Black Friday sale for $100. And I was like, all right. So I literally packed up my stuff, drove down from Platte City to North Oak, and went in there and bought me a $100 mandolin, Rogue mandolin, and had the dude in the store show me G, C, and D.
Boom.
And basically he's like, it's kind of like a guitar. And I was like, once I had a quick idea, G, C, D, okay, cool. Headed home, and luckily I recorded it. I still have it, but we sat there in the basement just as this configuration and jammed all night.
Cool.
And then 2 months later, New Year's Eve, we had our first show.
Really?
As Whiskey for the Lady. We were going to be called Velcro Cornhole. That was my idea.
Velcro Cornhole is not a good name.
Right. And the lady of the band,
not a good name.
She was like, I won't be in this band if it's called Velcro Cornhole. So we're coming up with something else.
Yeah, that's brutal.
And we were all in the band room one night, and we were just sort of like, I think it was Animal that was going upstairs. Hey, man, I'm going upstairs. Anybody want to? Yeah, I'll take a beer. And Mallory's, I want a whiskey. All right, cool. So he comes back down,
Whiskey for the lady.
And he goes, beer, and a whiskey for the lady.
Nice.
And we were like, that's pretty cool. What?
Yeah.
And, hey, all right. So it kind of got tossed around.
I dig it.
So that's where it came out.
Okay, so you've had almost 7 years. You guys are coming up on 7 years as a group.
Yeah.
Do you? So you have fans, I assume.
Yeah, we have a decent, crazy fan base. Yeah.
Okay. What's what are the groupies like? You got groupies?
Yeah, we got a couple. One of my best friends through the band, not even before the band. He came to know us just as the band, and has become a friend through the band. His name is Paul. We call him Tall Paul.
He's a groupie?
He is. He's
okay.
He helps us carry gear.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and so he's a roadie and a groupie. So
Dope.
He's actually the world's first gropey.
Ha.
So yeah, he's our gropey. His name's Tall Paul. He's fantastic.
I'm more
He's in
pertaining
our video if you look it up.
to the women side. You got female groupies?
See, that's the problem.
No female groupies.
Our style of music kind of doesn't.
Oh.
They may come.
Wait a minute.
Some more time.
Most people they say I'm gonna play guitar. Like I messed around with guitar for a little bit, but when I was real young, I wanted to play really bad. You know why? You know what guitar? It was a music video that inspired me. Where I was like, I want to play guitar. It was a Prince video.
Oh fuck! Nice, man. Nice. So many.
It was that,
more
and then
terrible things you could
it was Slash's November Rain solo.
Sure, yeah. He's out there and his hair is blown, and you get to see his face for the first
Right,
time.
but it was more the Prince, and I was like, because he was always had dime piece chicks all over
And
him.
Prince
playing
can rip guitar, dude.
And yeah,
He can.
Yeah,
He's was an amazing guitar player.
And so that's why people get into it. I want to be a musician because I want the chicks. I want the women. And you're doing it wrong. What's going on here?
One of our favorite bands is called Mountain Sprout, and they have a song actually that's the tagline is, "I don't do it for the love, I don't do it for the hugs, I do it for money, pussy, and drugs."
Yeah.
So we're all trying to live by that credo, sex, drugs, and rock and roll in that order.
But you guys are you're missing out on part of that equation.
Well, we're all old. Half of us are old, and all of us that aren't old are in relationships.
Wait, no, hold on.
That doesn't attract the young blood.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're 39,
Our youngest player is
40.
married. I'm the oldest player, and I'm single. So, like...
How many single people are in the band? How many people are in the
One.
band? Oh, okay.
5.
There's 5 people in the band, and
Yes.
you're the only single one.
Correct.
Okay. Well, your
I've
odds
never
are
thought of it that way.
your odds are fantastic
You're
if
right,
you
actually.
get any female.
We need to start going on
groupies.
tours, and I'll just take all of the fruit.
Yeah. So who all is in the band? Like, who's this band consist of?
Oh, man. That's a long question. I hate to tell you that, but it's a very long question. Okay. Should I go from time right or time backwards? I don't know. From now back or from...
I mean, I asked you the question. You answer it any way
Okay,
you'd
the
like.
current members... no, let me start from before. This band was started with...
Should I grab a cup of coffee and
yes.
sit back and relax for a minute?
Should. This band was started with myself, my bass player whose name was Animal, and...
Like the Muppet.
Yes, like the Muppet.
Is he the drummer?
He was a drummer, but then he turned to bass, so he got his nickname whilst he was a drummer.
Of course.
But he was our bass player in the other band, and he wanted to play bass in this
You got a
band.
strange music necklace.
Dude, there's yeah, strange music. Yes.
What's that about?
I got it free with the Last Tech 9 CD that I bought.
Okay, sorry. Go back to your
fantastic.
story. It just kind of.
That's okay.
I didn't know if you were like a part of them or what the part.
Nah, just in my head.
Go ahead. Go back to your story. No podcast would complete without me derailing a conversation.
Totally.
I have to do it. I have to. It's just what happens. Go ahead.
Let's see. Yeah, me and Animal basically were in a rock band and wanted to get into some bluegrass funk and something different. So we sort of knew this other kid who had picked up the banjo. His name was Rick, and he was playing in another local rock metal-ish band. So we brought him along, and then we started doing that as a 3-piece. And then he said, I know this guy, and he plays guitar, and his sister plays fiddle. And so we brought them along, and it turned out that the fiddle player was a girl I knew because he was our drummer as the old band's ex-girlfriend. So, like, I already knew her, but I didn't know she played fiddle. So the fact that she showed up with this other dude to play guitar was, like, crazy. So that all happened, okay? And then, so we were all kind of from different local bands except for Mallory, and then moved on. We lost our bass player and our banjo player in 2015 to death. And then we picked up our bass player's son and moved on, picking up a percussionist along the way with our first album, whose name is Ike, who was actually in the old band with my bass player before he was in my band and before I even met him.
I was not very good at like calculus or anything in high school. It's just hard for me to follow along, but I'm trying, hanging in there. Holy cow.
You'll know it is time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this. Bring! So yeah, now we're this entity basically made up of survivors and pieces of these remnants of local bands and sort of all these activities that just sort of came together almost by accident but by fate. And so yeah, we did our first show New Year's Eve 2011 into 12. We released our first album in 2014. We just released our second album this year in May. And released our new video for that a couple months ago. And so, yeah, here we are at the present. So it was much better to start from the past, I think.
You know, it would be pretty dope. and I don't know if you guys would be up for it. But I think it'd be dope to get maybe a couple other members of the band in here.
Oh no, that I would
and
love
maybe
to get
kind
us all
of
in
since
here.
that story sounds so complicated and big, if maybe we get a couple more of you guys in here to have like a real powwow,
Yeah.
maybe you guys could bring some instruments and
Be
throw
great.
another song or two.
Yes.
Is that asking? Is that
No, it's-
asking a lot?
no,
am I
We're way
going
better.
too much to
me
ask
trying
that?
to play this thing is an insult to the listeners' ears in
No.
a practiced manner. Now, if you just throw me with Whiskey for the Lady all unheeded, good things will happen.
You think we could
Better
get
things
something
will
like
happen.
that happen? Maybe?
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be dope. If they'd be receptive to that, I'd
Yes,
love to
I
have
think so.
you and the rest of them on here. We'll get a couple more
Yep.
mics in here.
Yep. And really, we could do some sort of individual interviews like this, pass the mic around, and then we could
Yeah.
just back them up and do a couple pieces.
Yeah, I'd totally be
no,
down with that.
We've done KKFI a couple of times. We've had friends that
That's
have
a
been
local
DJs.
public radio.
Yes, 90.1, which is
Yeah,
one of my favorite.
I love
fucking pimp out.
90.1.
Yes,
They do blues on
Oh,
Saturday.
they do so many good things.
Yeah.
I love that fucking station.
Oh yeah, local. You got to support local.
I have several friends, or used to have several friends who were DJs. A couple of them have dropped off, and there's a couple left still. But no, I love that channel, and they've supported us from the very beginning because they supported us as the bands before. Therefore, relating to your question earlier of how do we get booked, all of the other projects that we were in before sort of led to people going like, "Oh, what's this new thing you're doing?"
Yeah.
And as soon as people heard it, it just caught on like wildfire. And so it didn't really take much for us to sort of get started in the booking because everybody knew who we all were. They just didn't know what we were doing. And once they saw it, it blew up.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
But no, I would love to get all of us in here, man. It'd be great.
That
We're-
would be.
We're a mad clap trap of Motley Crue fools. It's amazing. So,
Let's get that set up.
yeah,
for
we will.
sure.
We will, absolutely.
Absolutely. Is
Both
there?
show.
Let's. I'm running out of time to be honest with you,
Oh,
but I
yes,
would
indeed.
love to pimp. I'd love to pimp your band on here. If Czar could bring up Whiskey for the Lady, their website, and see how people could kind of check your stuff out.
You just type in Whiskey for the in Google and you're gonna get it. Or Whiskey
Really?
for T.
We're gonna watch Czar pull this shit up
Yeah,
right
he's just a
here.
few letters. But yeah, I mean that's sort of where the current project is. I mean, like I said, it's led from and born to lots of other musical outlets, man. Which brings me to your doorstep, which is the music that I made with your previous guest, Miss JK. She sort of, well, you got our whole story how we met. I heard that she gave you that. That's a different side story. But the music aspect of that, she had come along right early stages of Whiskey for the Lady. We had only been really together about a year and a half, and she made the motion to me that she wanted to start doing music and start, recording some things. And she'd done a little bit, kind of recording, but hadn't, done a lot. So let's dive into this thing together. And so we sort of did. I've only recorded myself for fucking 20 years now, and somebody else comes along and goes, "I want you to record me too." And I go, "Fuck yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
So we jumped right in and started recording a lot of her ideas and producing them into songs that became her first album. And yeah, that's where the other side of my musical prowess, like you said, you know, not only an artist and an entertainer and such, but a producer. And I love to, make music with local people that come and produce beats and do whatever I can basically to make your dream of, I want to be a musician and I want to have an album or I want to have a song. So let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So that out of all that, born a project that we do, which is sort of, Ween-ish covers, Ween-inspired things. And
A lot of people don't know who Ween is.
that's fantastic, actually.
Fantastic. People don't know who they are.
Yeah, they were one of my favorite bands because no one knew who they were. And the very first time I ever saw Ween, there was 50 people in there. The last time I saw Ween, it sold out in the Midland.
Okay.
So I'm just saying.
Well, let me ask you this. As a you're a true Ween fan.
Biggest
Ween
I've
fan.
met, probably.
Wouldn't you want them to be so successful that they can sell out Arrowhead Stadium?
No.
Why?
Because that's not what they're about.
It doesn't matter. If everybody just felt the same way
Well,
that
and that's
you
the
did
funny
about
thing.
them.
Henry Rollins nailed it. He said he knew they were going to be huge, and he nailed it. And he did. He's be playing the Spectrum, and they've.
But they can be everybody's. They're not yours.
They piss me off when they're everybody's.
No, they need to be everybody. I don't know, man. I want
belong to
people to
me.
succeed so big that they
And
would
I
be
love it
the
when I tell people,
biggest.
"What's your favorite band?" I go, "Ween." They go, "Yeah, I never heard of them." I go, "Yes."
But if they don't change, and they're, what if all of a sudden?
That's the problem. Is they did. They've come all the way up. I mean, they sell out every show, and that's the beauty. They're still sort of underground, but they sell out every
That should be
show.
awesome. You should want
It is,
that.
and I'm happy for them. I'm glad they're because it's a long.
How about
fucking
this?
whole other show talking
How about
me.
this? Go ahead.
I had finished actually.
Okay. I am a
Sure. Tune that up.
so I'm a big fan of Whiskey for the Lady. And you're as big as you are now. I'm so big, I don't want you to get any bigger. Don't you want to get bigger?
Well, yes.
Wouldn't you love to sell out the Midland?
I personally, yes. Other band members,
But I'm just saying.
But if Tall Paul decided I'm not coming to see you guys, no, he'd be.
But if you hear, but here I am. I don't want you to. I don't. As a fan of yours, I don't want you to sell out the Midland. I want you to be your size right now.
Right.
That would be rude of me. That wouldn't be a real fan. That'd be selfish. As a fan of Whiskey for the Lady, I do want you guys to sell out the Midland. I do.
No, that's a fantastic point.
Yeah. Ween, I want you to sell out Arrowhead Stadium.
Nah.
Yep.
Damn it. Doesn't go both ways. No, I want you back at the Liberty Hall when I saw you the first time and there was 50 people.
No,
It was
man.
amazing.
Come
That's
on.
what I want again. No, I feel you. I know.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go out looking. So I've got Czar's got your page pulled up here, Whiskey for the Lady. Let's show the people at home. If you're watching this on YouTube, here you guys go.
That's all of us.
This is whiskeyforthelady.com.
Yeah.
Easy to find.
I don't know, man. You might as well go to
Booking
YouTube and go out
live.
on the video. That's what I'd say. Yeah.
You want to? Oh, you're gonna play a Ween cover?
We can. We know a few. Holy shit.
Wow! Turn that down. That's really loud.
Oh, that's an old video too. See, that's our old bass player and our old banjo player. Yep.
Oh.
Sorry.
Is this? Oh, we're gonna play this. Okay. Or do
You can if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
That's Animal song from a long time ago.
What is? Is this you?
No, well, yeah, that's us. But that's our old bass player and our old banjo player.
I think you should wait.
We're gonna wait on this. So yeah, go back to the Whiskey for the Lady, and then we'll just go ahead and end on that. Oh, you're gonna play something? You want to play us out?
We can do some Ween cover.
Yeah, but you're gonna play us out. How about this? I'm gonna end it as soon as this ends.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say goodbye. Phil Craven, I appreciate you very, very much for being here.
Indeed, man.
This was awesome.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I
For all
appreciate
the
you
love.
for spending all of your precious free time working on an intro song.
Oh man, it's so much fun.
That was awesome.
I hope you love it, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
I do love it. Thank you for coming over here and messing around with some of my stuff and trying to figure things out. We got some stuff figured out so the audio quality is improved.
Yep. And we will also take notes, leave comments. We will be happy to,
Yeah.
if you notice something we can improve, we will be happy to try and jump on that.
And I had a podcast guest earlier that canceled, and this was awesome that you were able to get here on such notice and do a great podcast. I appreciate you. I can't wait to get your band on here again. Thank you so much for being here. Play us on out here.
All right, let's do one.
Play that funky music, white boy.
What's Gabrielle?
Play that funky music right. Ooh, I got some pipes on me. You guys didn't have the headphones and you didn't hear how good that sounded.
Do you want to, can I take your spot
For what?
to sing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Katrinka's going to come in here and get on the mic and sing.
There's my
Oh, I'm excited. This is one of the bonuses of being the podcast host that I have become. I've gotten to have such awesome moments like this. And all you guys out there listening, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. This is a dream come true. I mean, every day it's like even better and better. This is awesome. I can't wait for this
You gonna let me hang?
concert. Let's do it. Yeah, sit down, do it. Oh, this is sweet. I'm gonna get this on video with my shit.
1 second.
Oh man. Sorry, I have a little tiny child-sized head. Take me a half second here. Fit in. Test.
The back of the mic is right.
Test. Got it.
We've been playing Ween.
Okay, so yeah, last night I saw L1011 at the Record Bar. It was fantastic. There was an opening band, by the way. I want to mention Thunder Dreamer. Their harmonies are out of this world. Anyhow, I met a couple people who who did know who Ween was recognized the pin on my jacket, and they told me their favorite Ween song was Gabrielle. So I think we're trying to do Gabrielle. But I'm not sure there's a Ween song we can't do.
Might be a couple, but we'll get there.
All right.
Okay.
Up, guys.
I might stand.
You want an intro? Just to get you rolling.
Yeah, play me one and then give me a pause.
Sorry.
I don't mean to be so insolent, but you know it's 'cause I love you. The foundation of my benevolence, you know it never hurt you, babe. Sometimes I might get edgy, but you know I can just be that way. And nobody's perfect, baby, and I'll always love you anyway. Oh, Gabrielle, the sun is shining in your eyes. Oh, Gabrielle, didn't mean to make you cry. Oh, my sweet baby doll, I'll put you above everything. Oh, Gabrielle, I love you till the day I die. Sometimes I'll get it on the next one.
Hi.
Sometimes I feel like my old man. You know that's hard for me to say. And sometimes I lose my head. I don't know why I get that way. I wanna keep you happy, peasy. It can only work out that way. And nobody's perfect, baby, and I'll always love you anyway. Oh, Gabrielle, sun is shining in your eyes. Oh, Gabrielle, didn't mean to make you cry. Oh, my sweet baby doll, I put you above everything. Oh, Gabrielle, love you till the day I die. Ooh, Gabrielle, ooh. Gabrielle, you know I love you, babe. Don't know that I hurt you, but you know I gotta love you anyway. Gabrielle, you're so nice. Oh, my, 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 my. Oh, Gabrielle, sun is shining in your eyes. Oh, Gabrielle, didn't mean to make you cry. Oh, my sweet baby doll, put you above everything. Oh, Gabrielle, love you till the day I die.
Listen to Neanderthal.